I would like to start with you. As I have mentioned, you are founder of the two startups. One of them is called Wheelstair. A good example, in my point of view, of combining technical and social aspects in order to innovate, Michał.
Yes, thank you very much, Jan Martin. And I think we'll have a film starting in a moment which will show what is Wheelstair doing. For us, sustainability and sustainable future means future which will be more accessible and more mobile. I think it's especially important given that pandemic crisis has made us less mobile, and we all started to understand and value how mobility for all is important for our societies to be more inclusive. You know, there is about 1% of people who uses wheelchairs for their daily mobility, according to World Health Organization. And in developed countries, this ratio is closer to 2%. So each time we cross 100 people on the street of Berlin or Milano or Warsaw or other cities of the Enhanced Alliance, we should see someone on a wheelchair, and we do not. And I wondered if you know why. I mean, we knew that long before we started the project, the company, we founded company Wheelstair with my co-founder Jacek Kinkinel, who is engineer from Warsaw School of Technology, because our fathers suffered sclerosis multiplex, and it made them using wheelchairs for many, many years. I lived on the 4th floor of a building with no lift, and my friend lived in a building which had a lift, but from the ground floor there were still 4 steps to the level of the street. And we both knew the problem from personal experience and believed that in the world where technology enables us to fly to moon and Mars and do many interesting things, like on Maya Gopal's research, build skyscrapers, leaving 1% of population unable to exceed their houses or flats, it's simply not acceptable. So therefore we started the Wheelstair. We joined other great companies like Toyota or Honda or Scevo, who are dealing with challenges of accessibility, and we have our own technological solution.
Thank you so much, Michał. And by designing them, how did you take in the input of people who actually can make use of the Wheelstair? How did you make their experience work for your invention or for your innovation?
It is a very important part of our work. We started from the very beginning organizing users workshops. So we work with people with a disability who commute on wheelchairs, and we involve them in the design process. We challenge our assumptions and ideas. And actually, after the first workshop, I recall the crisis of my engineers who said, you know, we did everything wrong, or almost everything wrong. But fortunately, after 2 or 3 days, they come up with creative solutions. And I think our solution has certain advantages to those which are currently proposed by other companies.
Mm-hmm. So when is it going to be on the market?
It should be on the market within a year and a half. So
it's really interesting, and also for people to experience that they don't have to be afraid. I can imagine that first time you use that, you are kind of afraid to use it because you might not be used to feeling safe in such a situation. And how do you observe that? How do you observe people using them the first time?
Indeed, I mean, we also did an experiential workshop for our engineers, and we all drive the stair climbers on stairs, and even I felt unsafe doing that for the first time. So we are working now to prepare a virtual reality experience so people can play with the Wheelstair on a very safe environment and to lower their psychological resistance. We know it's not grounded in a real risk, so it is safer actually to use technology than human assistance, but it exists, so we need to deal with it.